My co-director and I were making another movie. We were traveling through the Bible Belt of America looking for stories about Jesus. We wanted to tell a humorous story about how Americans express their faith in Jesus particularly. And along the way, we found this community in Oklahoma that put on the Jesus Passion Play. They've been doing it for 90 years. They rebuilt the city of Jerusalem in the mountains, in the Ozark Mountains in Oklahoma, or so what they thought Jerusalem looked like. And then they would every year, with all of their family and all of their generations, put on this play to an audience. And I remember standing at the gates of this place, and I said to my crew, I have a feeling we're going to walk inside there and never come out. And it ended up being 6 months. I grew up in a community of religious faith. I grew up in a Jewish community. So I very much understood the community of faith, even though this was not my own faith. And I also grew up in the theater. I've always been an actor since I was a kid. So being able to bring these two worlds together was very inspiring to me, to be able to tell a story that I was familiar with. And what was even more familiar was my story was about a young man in this faith who found another faith, which was also a similar experience of mine. So I was very committed to telling this story because I wanted to tell an entertaining story that helped people that were dealing with their own conflicts of faith, and to show a living example of such a scenario. Earlier at the making of this film, the co-director and I both wanted to make a narrative film in the documentary genre. So we wanted to make something that felt scripted. Because we had this amazing scenario where we had all of these characters and they were in costumes and we had sets and we had such an absurd story, we wanted to tell it with a scripted feel. So we decided to set up the camera in a tripod. Instead of following the action, we would bring the action to our frame. And so the format very much became a contrived feeling that you were watching the unfolding of a play, so that we could mirror the play that was going on in real life.